Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Pickle Designs. Today I have this Softflix mystery design kit, and this is called Cozy Mountain Retreat. I'm actually filming this on Christmas Eve, but you won't be seeing it until later on. But I wanted to get enough time and get familiar with the kit so that we can do some cool projects together. So I'm gonna unbox this, and if that sounds like something fun, something you'd like to see, just keep on watching. Okay, so this is how the bag comes this month. It's in a nice little wintry bag. Okay, this is what we have. Get this out of the way. And as you can see, there's a nice little tea bag in the front there. I love tea. My husband and I drink a glass of tea every night before bed. Just a little fun thing that we do. Also includes a mint. Yes. I'm really resisting trying to eat that right now, but we're working here, so. Okay, let's see. First is Softflix Fluorite color. Oh, Fluorite, yes. You know what they were saying? Like, green is one of the colors that they don't sell that much of, and I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? Green? I really want like a true emerald. Not an emerald, like a, what kind of green do I want from them? like this one, like a leaf green, like a true leaf green. I would love that. Okay, so the next one is Softflix Copper Color Medium Beading Wire. Love that, that's a nice staple. Okay, and then we got the Softflix Non-Tarnished Copper 22 gauge. Look, you get a whole freaking spool. Wow. That's amazing. I go through that stuff like crazy. So we have Softflix 2x2 copper crimp tubes, which is what you see right here. I love their crimp tubes so much. Put those off to the side. And we have some copper ear wires. Let's see here. There's a little staple. Okay, so we have 2 pair of copper ear wires here. And then we have a 12mm copper lobster claw clasp. Let me see here. I think mine is actually broken, unfortunately, but I have some in my own stash. Got that. Vintage Artisan Copper Pine Cone Charms. Look how cute. Goodness, those are so stunning. Oh, I love those. And then we have an olive green. No, let me see. Not sure. Oh, a mountain scene. No. Vintage Artisan Copper Spring Green Leaf Charm. This is what this is. So that finish is definitely nice with the other pine cone. Man, I love that pine cone. I think I might have to make an impression of that for polymer clay before I use it. Okay, and then we have the Allegory Gallery Laser Cut Wooden Mountain Scene Pendant. I actually really love this. I love that so much. I actually kind of like it plain too. Although you could put like little rhinestones at the top, like little silver rhinestones at the top, or silver or like AB, to like make it look like snow. But I love that. That's like very Bob Ross. Okay, so we have 12mm, let me see, olive green simple cut check glass rounds. I don't know if these are, let's see. Yeah, I think these are just the olive green simple cut check glass rounds, and those are amazing. I love those so much. So pretty. We have brown and white swirled gem cut check glass rondelles, full strand. There's a color mix on that. We have 7mm topaz with brown faceted fire polish. And then we have 7mm green with brown faceted fire polish. So there's some really high quality pieces in this box this month. This is This is right up my alley. I love these. Oh, and we get 2 of these. We actually get 2 of the leaf pendants. My bad. So cute. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get my creative juices flowing and we'll do a couple projects. Stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, I actually found some rhinestones that will go with this. This is a champagne rhinestone from, let's see, Be Createful, and get the luxe ones. They're very affordable. Get the luxe ones though because they look way better than the normal ones. And I'm just gonna use some. This is super tight multi-grab 360. It's about the same as E6000, except there's no like cancer causing fumes to it. So I just used a piece of little scrap paper here and I got a little dab. And I'm gonna take this toothpick and I'm gonna get some of that glue on there. And I'm going to keep the rhinestones to the tops of the mountains. I think that's where I want to keep my rhinestones. So I have 3 different sized rhinestones down here. I'm just going to do a little right there, and then we're going to pick up a big rhinestone here. And this is the Crystal Katana from Crystal Ninja, I think. We're just going to put some different size. Definitely use different sizes because it makes it look a little more interesting. Loving that so far. Get a little bit more glue. So yeah, I was gonna do clear, but it was too much of a stark contrast with all these like nice woodsy colors. All right, it should be enough glue. And big rhinestone here. Small one and a tiny one. And then I think I want to do one. This tool is awesome, by the way. You just have to buy the pen one time and then you can get replacement tips for it. And then I just want a little right there so I can add one last one. Right, and that's what our little pendant looks like. So super cute. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm going to figure out what I'm gonna do for the necklace portion. I'm gonna keep it just to the one side. Doesn't have to be two-sided. But look at that snow. It's so cute. Okay, so the pendant is dry. It didn't take very long. So I pulled out a few things from my stash. I have some of these antique copper spacer beads here, a little smaller antique copper spacer bead. I have this hammered tiara cast ring here, and that's an antique copper as well. I also brought out some of these bright copper lava beads. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those, and some bright copper spacers here. I'm not sure I'm going to use those, but I think I want to because we are going to be using this bright copper wire here. So I know for sure that this is how I want the pendant to be, and I want it to be a funky, super cute like wire wrap situation down there. So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna take, ooh, probably 15 inches of wire. Definitely want enough. I'm gonna warm it up with my hands a little bit here, and we're going to make I'm gonna use the next to last on my step pliers here because I want it to be a pretty big loop. And before we wire wrap any of this, we want to make sure that this is gonna fit and look right. I might make it smaller if it's yeah, I think I'm gonna make it actually one step smaller. So I'm gonna use the 4th. Let me see here. Let's see if that'll work. Because I don't want it to be so droopy. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna work. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm actually gonna remove this because I already distorted my loop there by measuring, but I should have done that before I turn on the camera, right? So we're gonna use the 4th here, and this is 22 gauge. I'm used to working with 20 gauge, so just bear with me. It's a little bit softer. Okay. Make sure to feed that in. I'm gonna take these pliers here and just do a couple little wraps. Don't worry about it too much. I think 2 will be fine. Use my pliers. 2 wraps will be fine on this one, and I'm gonna bring down that loop a little bit because this is gonna be covered up. Okay, so that's how that connection looks right now. So I'm gonna take my nylon gel, and you gotta be careful with this because it's super soft wire, but I'm just gonna straighten out that just a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna feed my large antique copper bead, one of these awesome green beads from the box. I'm gonna feed that all the way down. And I'm going to make another wire wrapped situation using that. Actually, I'm going to use the 3rd step on this one because that ring is a little thinner. Feed the ring on here. I'm going to get my pliers, squish that down, hold it in place, and this is where we get to have fun. So we definitely want to make sure it's all wire wrapped up at the top first, and then we're gonna bring it down. We definitely want some of that bright copper showing. Wrap it a couple times, bring it down, wrap it a couple times. This is definitely going to be like a free form. Okay, now bring it back up. Wrap it around the bead a couple times. Bring it back up. And let's get it to the top again here. Wrap it a couple times. And then make sure you're snipping it off in the back. So this is what our pendant is going to look like right here. Because the loops, so you want to make sure your loops are facing the same way, and that's how you'll make sure that this pendant lays flat. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off that wire in the back. Go ahead and get a waste tray. I like keeping my little bits of wire at the end just to see how much I've wasted. Usually it's not too much, but yeah, so we're going to tuck this in. Give it a feel, make sure it's not sticky or anything. And that's our cool little pendant. That could actually be like a cool little bag charm too, honestly. It's pretty lightweight, and yeah, that would be really cool. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna put that off to the side. I love that. Well, I think I'm just gonna make some wire wrapped. I'm gonna use the same type of component for all of these green beads, and we're gonna make it to length. And I haven't decided if I'm, you know, I think I'm gonna add either some of these like spacers or probably just the lava bead, and then flank them with like the antique copper. I think that would probably look good because I just want to make sure that we have that bright copper theme throughout, because we're gonna have bright copper ear wires too for our earrings. And so I think we're definitely gonna do that. So I'm going to, I'll make the first one with you. And like I said, I'm gonna take about a foot. Yeah, about a foot. The more wire, the better. They gave us a lot of wire. So I'm gonna use the smallest loop on these, just so we're not like extending the necklace very long. So I'm gonna use the smallest loop on this component here. We're going to connect all these with jump rings, so we're just making the component, all the components right now. So I did 3 wraps. It's my favorite. Do 3 wraps, and then I'm going to use the small. I think I want to use the small. We'll do some with small, some with not. Feed those all the way down. And again, we're going to use the smallest loop on our pliers here. We're going to wrap a bunch of messy wraps. And then from here, I just like to hold it in my hand and kind of form how I want it to be. Form down here. These look so cute. Now we're gonna go back up, cross around this middle bead, cross around here, a couple wraps here. I think we can do maybe, let me see, is it gonna be too much? Never too much. I think we'll cut it off there. I wasted a little bit of wire. I'll cut it a little bit shorter next time. But I can definitely use this piece of wire for something else. I'll probably use that for the earrings. But this is one of the components. So I'm gonna make probably, I don't know, 6 of these type. Maybe a couple with the big beads, just like we used here, so that we can have like some cohesiveness going on. And then probably do some of these. So I will put that on fast forward for you so you don't have to just watch me do it in real time. Okay, so I have made a total of 12 of these. So I made 6 of each, but I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use 2 for earrings. So I just set those aside. And then I made 8 of the rose gold and the lava stone ones, connectors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start making the chain. So I'm just gonna use, I'm gonna use antique copper jump rings here, and I'm just gonna double jump ring everything, starting, I think I'm gonna start with, let me see, I'm gonna start with the green just so it's kind of like cohesive, and then I'll alternate with the lava stone. So let me go ahead and do that, and I will fast forward. Okay, so the chain is all done. I think I have the length that I want, and I just want to put a simple clasp on the back here, and we're going to do the lobster claw clasp. You can use the one from the kit, but I'm actually going to use a slightly larger one just because that's what I want for my necklace. And I think that other one's still maybe a little bit unreliable, so whoever gets this necklace, I want them to have a good clasp on it. So the only other thing we're gonna do to the other side here is just make some chain with double jump ring. Just a small little extender chain here. And here's the clasp. So you can put it on whichever one you want. It's about an inch long. Yeah, about an inch of extender. So not that long. But this is the necklace. It's actually surprisingly lightweight because that pendant is just like wood. So definitely loving that. I'll have to zoom you out in a second, but we're just gonna make the earrings real quick, and these are just gonna be super simple. I'm gonna use those leaf charms that we got in the box, and I mean, this could not be, it could not be more simple. We just wanna make sure that the, let me see, the rings on these links are facing the same way, because we're gonna use jump rings. And I think I want that to be my front. So this is actually, this one's pretty good. So this is what we're gonna have. This is gonna be the front. Actually, let's turn this a little bit. Let's have the crisscross in the front for both of these. So I'm just gonna double jump ring these. Just carry that theme throughout. Double jump ring here. And I love these little leaves. Those are so flippin' cute. This is what the front's gonna look like. Let's do the other one. Front, front. Let's get the last jump ring here. Okay, and so this is gonna be the front. So all you're gonna do is just take the ear wire. Actually, that one just broke on me. Let me see. Just gotta do this, make sure that's the front. One pair there. This is how it'll lay. And make sure this is the front. Yep. And there you go. There are the earrings. And I think those are gonna look super cute with that necklace. So let me go ahead and get everything cleared off and we'll take a look at everything together. Okay, so this is what the set looks like. Of course, we used this pendant and we made sure and added our own little twist to it. We added some rhinestone snow at the top of the mountains there. We wire wrapped everything. We also used this tiara cast hammered ring. You can also get those at Softflex. That's where I got mine. And we made some links here and ended it off with a nice big lobster claw clasp with some handmade jump ring chain. And then for the earrings, we kept one of those components behind for each earring and then added this darling little leaf pendant at the bottom to keep it on theme. So just FYI though, this was 2 hours of fun, okay? We used all these materials. This is my waste pile. That's all the way. So yeah, we had an ear wire that broke on me, and I think this lobster claw clasp is still a little bit unreliable. So I'm not going to use that just because I gift away all my jewelry. But look at all the stuff that we have left. I'm going to be enjoying this later, so put that off to the side. But we have these pine cone pendants still, and I'm definitely going to make an impression of these out of polymer clay before I use them. We have 3 full strands of check glass beads still. We have a whole bag of crimp tubes. We didn't even touch the Softflex here. I have another ear wire. This is a leftover bead of mine, but I have 4 of the green beads left, so that's easily 2 pair of earrings. And then look, we haven't even broke the surface of this copper wire, the 22 gauge that they gave me. I mean, like, look, I'm trying to find the middle of it and I still can't. So, I mean, we wire wrapped this entire thing. You saw it. It was on fast forward, but you saw it. We wire wrapped this entire thing, and it wasn't just wire wrap, but like wire wrapped all the components. Did the component down here, and that's still how much we have left over. So I mean, this is a super deal. Like, these are some of my favorite little like monthly boxes to get, just because you get so flippin' much. And like, if I didn't want to do anything with these this month, I just throw those into my stash. I have a whole box of just strung beads like this so that I can use it later. I mean, and this is always going to be good for any project that you have, so I'm extremely pleased with these. But anyway, do you guys get the Softflex mystery design kits? If you do, let me know how you like them down below in the comments. And until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye.